Happy Tuesday, sixth graders. Today is October the 20th. I hope you guys had a wonderful Monday and ready for today. So let's go ahead and get started with your instructions and your assignments for today, okay? All right, so you're going to continue working on your mentor sentence practice. That folder, that assignment for fanboys is going to be in your Schoology folder, so be sure that you complete that. And also be sure you watch that video. Once again, you will be having a quiz on these sentences that we've been practicing on or will continue to practice on this week. That quiz will be on Friday. Okay, so we're going to continue also with our purposes for informational writing. So you're going to, again, go into your folder and there will be a practice sentence. Those, again, also, you need to make sure you are reviewing those slides and understanding what the writer's purpose is. We will be having a quiz on that as well on Friday. All right, so by now everybody should have chapter 1 and 2 complete. In fact, your binder for week 1 should have been submitted. If you have not submitted it to me, I need you to please submit that to me before the end of the school day today so that I can review it for completion. And then I need to return that to you. You'll have a quiz on chapters 1, 2, and 3 on vocabulary and true and false on Thursday. Okay, on Thursday, not Friday. So you want to make sure that chapter 3 also is completed and your comprehension sheet is completed by tomorrow, and you need to start reading chapter 4. Many of you are in chapter 4 and 5. You are making sure that you follow the calendar, which is in your digital binder. You want to make sure that you are definitely reading your 10 pages or more every day. If you are ahead, that's not a problem. Many of you actually are, and you've asked, and I said, nope, you can continue reading, and as long as you are working on it and can participate with our conversations and our chapter chats, you should be good. If you have any particular questions, you definitely want to email me those questions about the novel. All right, let's go ahead and move on into your folder so that I can show you where your assignments are. As always, you want to make sure you click on the second grading period. Second grading period, not the first, but we're in the second grading period. Brand new grading cycle starting fresh. Click on Tuesday. And you'll notice in here that you already have your mentor sentence in here. You also have your week 2 digital binder in here as well. That was moved down from yesterday, and I'll go over the new pages in there to cover that. So on your mentor sentence for Tuesday, be sure that you are reading the same sentence that we used on Monday. And now you are moving and transitioning into further practice with your conjunctions, where we gave them an acronym called FAMBOYS. Okay, FAMBOYS stand for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And you are going to create your sentence here, and then you're going to type your answer. So be sure you complete that. Do not turn this in. This is for practice. Okay, if you have any specific questions, please email me. All right, the other thing that you have in your Schoology folder for today is you have your purposes for informational text. You want to click on that and be sure you complete the practice on that as well. All right, moving on finally to your binder. Please do not submit this until I ask for it. The only one you should have, again, submitted already since yesterday was week 1. Every week you will get a fresh new binder, okay? So you want to go ahead and click on into your binder, and you will see that you still have your information in there from you still have the information in there for your new vocabulary. Remember, you also have that calendar that I mentioned. 10 pages every day is your goal. Our goal is to complete this novel by November the 17th, okay? So be sure you are on track with that. So your lessons from yesterday is in here, and I wanted to go over with you for your chapter 3 comprehension. If you'll notice, your last question at the bottom talks about figurative language, and some of you had heard the term, but you quite couldn't remember, and that's okay. Once you break it down and you see the next slide, it'll come back to you. So for chapter 3 at the bottom, you are writing one example of figurative language from this chapter. Explain which figurative language that you are using and how you know. All right, so just as a refresher, Here is a chart you can go by discussing figurative language. We have similes, we have metaphors, there are idioms, personification, we have hyperboles, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. So use the one that you are the most familiar with. We will be covering these a little bit later, but I thought as a refresher, and I know that these will come back to your memory, but I wanted to provide you with these examples that you can use so that you can find one of these in your novel for chapter 3. Okay, and that is to complete chapter 3 question. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you are working on the main events. Here is the one for chapter 1 and 2. So you want to make sure you are telling me what first happened, the next, and last. Again, this is for chapter 1. And then this is going to be for chapter 2 on this side. I went ahead and made another copy for you so that you can complete chapter 3. And this week you want to definitely complete chapter 4 by Friday. Okay, so those are some different things. Also, your characterization charts, you want to make sure you're filling these out. There are only 2 here. If you need a third, please go to File. If you need to make an extra copy, go to File. And I'm sorry, you're going to go to Slide. Okay, and then you're going to duplicate the slide. And once you do that, you'll end up with 3 sheets. Okay, so that's how you make a copy for yourself. Be sure you are studying your vocabulary. The top 4 are for chapter 3, and the bottom are for chapter 4. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are studying these vocabulary words. You will have, again, a short quiz with this and some of your true and false on Thursday. So here's your Thursday's assignment. Be sure you do read through that, complete chapter 3, finish chapter 3 comprehension. That's due tomorrow, and start reading chapter 4. Many of you are done with chapter 4, so I went ahead and I included chapter 4 sheet. And as a reminder, please study the vocabulary. And if you have any questions, you want to definitely reach out and email me, guys. All right, so that wraps it up for Tuesday, October the 20th. I hope you guys have a terrific Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.